I'd like to present also next Professor Amr Al-Azem, who is Professor of History at Shawnee University in Ohio. And he is also multi-talented in history and political science and language, and it's a pleasure to have him. He will be one of the main speakers also, speaking about Syria, the cradle of civilization. He will be the first speaker at the symposium, so make sure you're there on time to hear him. That's a very important segment.
Thank you very much, Waya. I drove up here from southern Ohio, where we live, and on the way up I had time to do some soul searching. The current events in Syria were weighing heavily on my mind, and I found it therapeutic as I thought about what I was going to say here. It would help me reflect on perhaps who we are, what makes us Syrians, and where we come from, what are our roots, and what the future may hold for us. In doing this reflecting, I felt it helped me tremendously, both in coming to terms with and accepting what I must do personally with regards to the most painful events that are overtaking Syria today. By this reflection, I thought about Syria and what it meant to me. Syria is a repository for a phenomenal catalogue. It is a phenomenal catalogue of cultural heritage amassed over thousands of years. This wealth of cultural heritage is primarily the result of the role played by Syria. And for me, the most remarkable part of that role is it acted as a crucible in the development of numerous civilizations, which in turn is further enriched by the interactions between them and other cultures. So it's not just the Syrians, but the interactions with the others around them. These cultural exchanges were often part of trade relations, conquest, and integration or assimilation into other cultures. As you walk around this garden, you will see these columns, each telling its own unique story, a piece of Syrian history. But Syrian history starts even earlier. If we think of Syrian history, we might think of the earliest ancestors that walked there, Homo erectus, about 1 million years ago. So maybe I should have said in the hundreds of thousands of years, not just thousands of years. As you walk through these and enjoy the stories as they unfold, they will take you through a journey in time, going through the earliest achievements, such as the domestication of plants and animals, the building of the first cities, something I will be talking about more in our talk at the museum, through to the conquests and passing through of other cultures, empires, to the events, the momentous events that brought us some of the world's greatest, some of the world's most important religions, Christianity, Islam, and right on to the present. For me, it was this smelting process that ultimately led to the emergence of a modern Syrian culture. This special Syrian culture that is both unique and yet holds much in common with its neighbors and the region as a whole. This uniqueness, to me, is characterized by a harmony. I think that is part of what we are. We are able to bring about this harmony. If you visit Syria, you will see this harmony. A combination of modern and ancient, local and foreign, Muslim and Christian, Arab and non-Arab, all intermingling together. And nowhere can this better be demonstrated than the great urban centers of Syria, such as Damascus, Aleppo, Hama, and so on. It is this unique, and some might suggest, ability to assimilate and integrate that permits us to flourish and prosper as Syrians, and more importantly, to prevail against adversity time and time again. I believe that all these columns and the story they tell are an apt testimony to this great ability. And so, as I finish reflecting and move on, it gives me great hope for our future, that a new and freer Syria may yet emerge from these troubled times. Thank you.
Thank you so much.